Okay, I'm going to try to make this one quick for you. So I'm doing another kit video, soft kit video. So let's go ahead and begin. More or less the same basic start, just a little different hose. Specifically with this impression, I would have probably done a split hose with brays underneath. But right now all I have is the jointed hose, which for the purposes of SCA work just fine. I also wear these down around my heel because they don't have actual feet on them. Instead, I'm just wearing black socks. Okay, the foundation garments are pretty much the same. If I was wearing split hose, I'd wear brays underneath those, and of course the shirt. The mid-layer garment, which is what I got here, is oftentimes referred to as a doublet or a point. Normally it's padded. This was my first attempt at one of these garments, so I didn't add the padding, as that's another element that I'm still getting used to as a prospecting tailor, whatever that word is. And slip this on. I can normally grab the sleeves. Typically, the sleeves would also be a little longer. Well, the reason why these aren't is because this is a older garment that was probably just meant to be as, not as a shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these buttons as quick as I can. These are a bit easier because they're metal and they slide in pretty easy because they're pretty slick. Can't really slide this one over, just because you can see right now just how fitted this really is. Typically these types of garments would be made with either wool or silk, and either have quilting lines or have the quilting in between the outer layer and the lining, or not quilting but padding in the outer layer and the lining, which would produce a much more substantially structured garment due to the quilting or the padding adding more structure, more stiffness to the fabric than what was already there. I'm gonna go about right there, because typically also if I was wearing actual split hose, there would be points located around here, 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 and in the very back. And that's mainly because the hose would be tied directly into the point and or doublet. So next we got these. Don't know if I showed them in the last video. I think I used the regular tie ones. These ones are made out of a black wool with a glit kind of embroidery floss. So, and these go. I typically like to have the buckle facing backwards. And if I can get it to go in, I need to add like little metal strap-ins on these just to kind of make it a bit easier. And I don't go through the rest of the buckle. I normally just tie on like so. Buckle facing backwards. Yeah, these are gonna need something. Might put them on late, put those on later. There we go. And as you can see, they're tied on up. Next part I'll go ahead and put on are the shoes. I'll show them off when I get over there. over around my heel, pull, and just do a simple pull. Or actually, let's do a bit more. Grab and pull, actually double that pull knot. So we're using just one, release it there. Sorry if I'm going a little fast. One, so I have two, and I might slip and fall here in a second, so you might see something funny. These have very little traction on them, and I can, when I got them new, I could slide around on the carpet with them, like they're ice, kind of like ice skates, and it's pretty funny. Go ahead and show you these. You can see that the bottoms are pretty dirty, and these are actual turn shoes by Bowman. The tights are by Tigger's Togs. There. So boom. Then this is the mid-layer garment. Next, what would be put on, which I'll go ahead and slip it on for you, is something like this. Normally I'd be wearing a belt with this, but because you already know how the belt works and some of the belt accessories, I'm not going to. This is a houppelon. Let me try to do it. And just kind of like a tent-like garment is a great way to describe it. If you're worried about heat, then you probably wouldn't want to wear the middle one. I wear the middle layer mainly because I'm just showing you for the purpose of exhibition, historically showing. I don't have the buttonholes on the, get this work done. I don't have the buttonholes on the arms done just yet. But boom. The sleeves are just regular bag style sleeves with the seams running along the back of the arm. It actually fits pretty well with everything under it. And bang. And this is something I'd probably wear if I was going to go to a party or a dance. I'd cinch it up with a belt, which would make it a cinch, or I'd wear the belt underneath here. And this is a decent garment, in my opinion. It's pretty good. Get over here and kind of kneel and show. So, collar is has a lining plus an interior lining, just to give it some stiffness. So does the cuffs. And as you can see, I have extra buttons on there that would button, and yeah. Fancy spin. Whee! I'm gonna do that again. Whee! I'm surprised I haven't done, with as childish as I can be, I'm surprised I haven't done that yet. But yeah, this is the upper class, late 14th century impression garment that I have. I'm going to add more to it. So in the next video too, another thing is, because this is a blue and these are also blue, I'd probably want to wear red tights, mainly because it would probably just show off much better. We're gonna do another spin. I have issues, but yeah, this is the upper class garment. Sometimes they would also have sashes around them. I've seen in some artwork. That seems to be more 15th century-esque. But yeah. As you can see, it is kind of a labor to get into this stuff without a valet or a servant to help you. just taking it off, which the head hole's kind of tight. Can you hear me? I hope so. This thing might be very good at deadening noise. It's kind of laborious as well. Really? Very good. Good. But one of the buttons might tear off with sounding like it did. But yeah. And that is my 14th century, later 14th century impression. Another thing that would probably go really good with this is a nice tight fitting hood that would it wouldn't do the whole circle around, but it would square off from the shoulder point and come and tie under the armpits and either cut down at a knife point or just cut flat, and it would fit tight around my face with buttons running down the neck. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you again, and I hope you enjoyed it.